You'd be surprised which little things we do every day can determine whether we have neck pain or don't. Hey everyone, welcome back to Uplift PT. I'm Dr. Joey Luo, physical therapist, and today we're talking about 5 things in your daily life that may be negatively affecting your neck without you even knowing about it. So let's get right into it with number 1. No screens in bed. This one seems pretty obvious, but a lot of us are guilty of it, including myself. Now the reason it's so bad is because there's no good position you can be in while lying down on your bed and on your phone. Your shoulders have to be tense, your neck has to be tense, and you don't realize that stiffness is creeping in because you're distracted. You're on Instagram or TikTok or whatever else you use, and you don't feel the tension build up until it starts to become painful. And by then, it's too late. Inflammation has already set in, your body thinks that it needs to heal, it's in danger mode, and pain becomes perpetuated. So here's what you can do instead. Sit at a desk and use your phone there. Or at the very least, sit against your headboard while you're propped up with as many pillows as you need to put yourself in good posture. Now when you're holding your phone or tablet or whatever screen you're using, what you want to do is you want to squeeze your elbows into your rib cage and squeeze your shoulder blades together. That way you're putting your shoulders in good position and you don't have to work so hard with your head and neck. Make sure you bring the screen to your face so that your head is only slightly tilted down, not like this. Tuck your chin, tongue on the roof of your mouth, assume the good posture, and then also make sure you're switching positions. Don't be in one position too long. That's going to increase the tension and the stiffness that builds up in your neck. Having low counters. This is another common one, and it happens because most counters in the kitchen or in the bathroom are not custom designed for your height. They're designed for the average person. So if it's too low, you're actually forced to look down for a prolonged period of time while you're cooking or putting on makeup or whatever you're doing. You're forced to look down and your head is being pulled forward. Those muscles are imbalanced and now becoming very stiff. And over time, if you're doing this on a daily basis, it can lead to damage. Or if the counter's too high, your shoulders are forced to lift up in front of you and your elbows aren't resting by your side comfortably. This can cause the upper traps, the rhomboids, muscles in the back that have an effect on the neck to become tense. And that can also lead to neck pain. So, what can we do? Well, I don't think we can all go renovate our kitchens and our bathrooms. What if there are multiple people in the house and everyone is different height? We can't have adjustable counters. So, here's a very simple solution. If your counters are a little too low, bend your knees. Be in a little bit of a squat position while you're doing whatever you're doing. Lowering yourself a little bit is going to have a tremendous positive effect on your neck, bringing things down to your level. If the counter's too high, get something to stand on so that you bring yourself to the level of the counter. Now, you should raise yourself so that the counter is at elbow level and your elbows can be comfortably resting at your side. Those mats that cashiers stand on are great. They have a little bit of thickness. You can get a stool to stand on, whatever is convenient, but make sure it's safe. On to number 3. Cracking your neck. Now this one's a bit controversial because a lot of people think that they feel better after they crack their necks. Their pain is gone. However, they have a huge urge to pop, to jerk their necks. You could say they're addicted to cracking their necks. Before you dismiss my advice, let me explain my reasoning. When you crack your neck yourself, you're usually doing a global adjustment. You're not controlling for which joints are being popped or which direction they're being popped in. So, if you have a stiff joint next to a loose joint, you want to pop the stiff joint, but if you're doing it globally, you don't really have control, and what's going to give first is the loose joint. The loose joints are going to get looser, and you're not really going to get a good adjustment of the stiff ones. And you don't know which direction they're stiff in. Maybe they're really good at an up glide or a down glide or a side bend, rotation. There's so many different motions that the neck does. Is it upper cervical? Is it lower cervical? These joints all have different motions and do different things. Don't do it yourself. You could be harming your neck more than you think. If I haven't convinced you yet, try remembering back to when you first started popping your neck or your fingers or your lower back. When you first started, it probably was pretty difficult to reproduce a sound, a pop. But over time, as you did it, it became easier and easier and easier, and now it's easy for you to get multiple pops. And that's because the joints you're cracking are becoming unstable. They're getting used to moving into ranges that your muscles and body are not comfortable being in. Also, think about how your neck pain has progressed over the years while cracking your neck. Has cracking your neck improved your neck pain, or does it just give you a momentary relief and then you feel like you have to continue cracking it? So what can you do instead? How can you get relief from this huge urge to crack your neck? Well, remember, every time you feel like popping your neck is actually craving stability, not mobility. So here's what I want you to do. You're gonna tuck your chin goes straight back like this, and you're gonna press your tongue to the roof of your mouth as hard as you can for 1 minute. That's gonna jumpstart those stability muscles. I have a great video explaining what this does and how to do it up here in the card. Go check it out. You're gonna hold it for 1 minute, tongue pressed there, and what this is gonna do is it's gonna give you some relief. It's gonna build stability, and you're no longer gonna have the urge to feel like cracking. This is your nicotine patch. Whenever you feel the urge to crack your neck, you're gonna do this instead. On to number 4. Work laptops. So here's the problem with the laptop. Either you put it at your shoulder level and now it's too low for your neck, or you raise it up to your eye level and now it's too high for your shoulders and your shoulders are tense. Very similar to the problem in number 2. And another big issue with this is that it's your work laptop, which means you have to be sitting in front of this thing for at least 8 hours, and that's a long time to be in bad posture. So what can we do instead? Well, what we can do is you can get an external keyboard or an external monitor. With the keyboard, you're gonna put that at your shoulder level, elbows rested very nicely at your side, and you put your laptop on a stand to raise it to eye level. And with the external monitor, obviously you raise the monitor to your eye level and then use the laptop keyboard as your keyboard, again, nicely at elbow level. And most companies are pretty generous with ergonomics. They rather buy you a couple pieces of equipment than pay for work comp when you need to go get PT for neck pain. So a very simple solution, but it's gonna make your work life a lot less painful. Thick pillows and other pillow gimmicks. It's very likely that no one has ever taught you what kind of pillow to buy or how to use that pillow, because it seems like common sense. However, a lot of us end up with really thick pillows for our heads, and that forces us to be in forward head posture all night while we sleep. That's a long time to be in forward head posture without moving. So some of us toss and turn, and we can even lose some sleep over this. Or you see an ad on Instagram or Facebook for a seemingly ergonomic pillow, and what happens is these pillows market themselves as being custom fit for the shape of the human body. But guess what? Every human is different. We aren't designed in a cookie cutter fashion. Every curve in the neck is different, every head size is different. The shoulder positions are also very different. So when you buy one of those, you may or may not get a good fit. So what's the solution? Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly what kind of pillow to get and also how to use that pillow. Now, the kind of pillow you need is a down feather pillow, or if you're allergic, you can get a down alternative. But the reason down feather pillows are so good is because they're very fluffy, but they can also become very flat. That means when you lie down on it, it molds to the actual contour of your body. Now, a lot of people are gonna find this flat pillow to be uncomfortable at first. It may even cause a headache. But that's because your muscles and your nerves are not used to being in neutral position. They're used to being in forward head position. So over time, we're retraining the muscles and the nerves of the neck and head to like neutral, and that's gonna give you a lot of relief. Now, in addition to this change in head pillow, don't throw away that thick pillow, because the thick pillow is actually very good to put under your knees while you sleep on your back. So actually, I recommend having 2 pillows under the knees while you sleep as well to give your knees a little bit of bend, and that's gonna take pressure off your lower back. So in total, you are gonna have 3 pillows while you sleep, 1 pillow for the head, that's the down feather one, and 2 thick pillows under your knees so that your lower back is relaxed while you sleep as well. So to recap, 5 things in your daily life you need to avoid and what to do instead if you want to reduce neck pain. Number 1, no screens in bed. If you can avoid it altogether, that's great. Sit at a desk, stand, walk around while you use your phone, but don't do it lying down. Number 2, avoid low or high counters. Bend your knees to bring yourself down to the level of the low counter, or if the counter's too high, stand on something stable so that you bring yourself up to the level of the counter. Number 3, don't crack your neck. Remember, your neck craves stability, not mobility. So do your chin tuck, press your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and hold that position until that urge to crack your neck goes away. Number 4, the work laptop. Get an external keyboard or an external monitor. That's gonna make your work life a lot less painful. Number 5, sleeping on thick pillows. Get a down feather pillow, a soft flat pillow, and avoid being in forward head posture all night. Thank you for watching the video. If you found it helpful, please hit that like button and let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna continue this neck and shoulder pain series next week, so subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out. New videos are gonna come out every Wednesday and Saturday. I'm Dr. Joey Luo, physical therapist at Uplift PT. Thank you for watching. Now get moving.